welcome back. You're watching the 80 Money Show with me, Kavita Thapliyal. Now, do all your family members have individual health insurance plans? Imagine if each of them didn't need individual plans. Now, imagine if they pooled money for everyone's insurance, built a super cover of a really large sum insured. Now, this is where a family floater option in insurance comes in. But what are the do's and don'ts that you must keep in mind before opting for a family floater policy? Let's discuss this with Hari Radhakrishnan, Regional Director, First Policy Insurance Brokers. Hari, good evening and welcome to the show. We all know that there are individual as well as family floater plans available as per the health insurance policies go. But then it is very important for a policy holder or for someone who wants to buy the coverage of health insurance to know what's the importance of each type of insurance policies. Talking about family floater, they are reasonable, they come at a good cost, and they also cover all your family members. But then, is this the enough criteria for going for a family floater policy? What is the thumb rule that one should be considering?
Firstly, you should carefully evaluate what your sum insured requirement is. The advantage with a family floater insurance is that you can combine the requirements of all the members of the family in one policy. So instead of taking separate policies, you have the administrative convenience of taking a single policy covering all the members. So each member, instead of having separate membership cards for each member, you will have one single card for all of them put together. So the important consideration is that you should understand what the family health requirement is, and then select a suitable sum insured, which will be then available on a floater basis. It will float on all the members of the family put together. So if you have 4 members and 5 lakhs is the sum insured, then 5 lakhs is available for each member as well as all the 4 members put together during the course of the policy period.
So all of the 4 members are covered as per the 5 lakh sum assured. So tell me one thing: if there's a case of hospitalization, say in the scenario of a family member, does the sum assured get deducted as per the cost that's incurred?
Yes, if family member, suppose if he undergoes hospitalization for 2 lakhs, then the sum insured will come down from 5 lakhs to 2 lakhs for the remainder of the policy period. But having said that, these days insurers have come up with the restore option, whereby you can restore the sum insured back to the back to 5 lakhs itself. So these kind of policies are also available. Earlier, the sum insured used to get exhausted, but that is no longer the case now.
What should be the ideal sum assured? 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, or it depends on the kind of age group that's covered as per the plan?
Yeah, it depends on a lot of factors. What is the age group, and what is your income? How much can you afford? So basically, you should go for a higher sum insured with a family floater. So if you can individually afford 1 lakh per member, then you should go for at least 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs collectively. Because when you take a family floater policy, then you get a discount on the for the floater cover that you're opting. So ideally, the option of family floater should be taken when you want to go for a higher sum insured than if you were to do it individually. That is the idea of a family floater plan.
So usually, Hari, the kind of people who are covered as per the family floater plans are spouses and kids. Are parents also covered as per family floater? How many people, minimum to maximum, can be covered?
So that depends on the definition of the family which the insurers have. Some plans allow spouse plus 2 kids. Some allow spouse plus kids plus parents. Some may even allow instead of parents, parents-in-law, but that is very rare. So depending on the family definition of the insurer, this varies. The problem with adding parents is that the underwriting or the criteria for the risk evaluation done by the insurance company depends on the age of the members. So if you add the senior citizens like your parents into the family floater, then the premium will go up comparatively if you are opting only for yourself, your spouse, and children.
So, Hari, tell me something. What is the minimum to maximum premium range, or that depends on the sum assured which you've opted for? Also, if we compare the premium cost to an individual health policy, is it reasonable?
See, premiums, absolute numbers are difficult to say because it
Right, right. Like
varies
an
based on
approximate range.
commission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say, suppose if you have a 4 lakh family floater, so all of the members are covered for 4 lakhs on a collective basis. And if you take 4 lakh each sum insured for each family member, then the difference could be around 20 to 30%. So when you take a floater cover, you get a discount of maybe 20 to 30% for a group of four. So that is the premium advantage that you get when you opt for a family floater.
Now, the premium also depends on the eldest member in the family, which is why it is always recommended that till the time you have younger people covered, it's better to have a family floater. And once you have kids who are growing up, one can, transition towards an individual health plan.
Yes, exactly. So when you have small children and or younger children, and as they reach a certain age, 23 years or 24 years, 25 years, they have to move out of the then the family floater option may not be available, and the premium depends on the age of the maximum age of the family group. So if you add a senior citizen and he has some pre-existing conditions, it can get rejected also because all the members of the group must satisfy the underwriting criteria to issue a family floater policy. So this policy is a really good option where you have a family of four or husband, wife, and two kids. That is the ideal demography for issuance of this kind of a policy.
What are the don'ts that one should keep in mind when opting for a family floater insurance policy?
Basically, it is the sum insured. You should consider a proper sum insured. You should not settle for a lower sum insured. These days, the medical inflation is very high. Every year, there is an inflation of 10 to 15%. So, sum insured is very critical. And if you take a family floater policy, then you are compromising on the sum insured because all of the members are collectively getting a sum insured. So this is one of the important aspects of a family floater policy. And if you have parents who are, elderly and you want to include them, then family floater may not be a good option because the premium you would be paying for the family floater will be much higher than if you take individually for the members separately. So all these factors need to be considered while opting for a family floater policy.
Let's talk about those people who are already covered as per a group insurance policy by the employer. Now, should they be going for a family floater, or it is advisable for them to have an individual health coverage because you're already under an employer's group insurance policy?
See, these two are two different things. The employer's group policy, the terms and conditions and benefits will be different. The family floater benefits will be different. So these are not exactly comparable. So it is better to have these two policies run parallelly, independent of each other, because in case of group, you never know whether the group benefits will continue. The employer may decide to put in certain restrictions or change the terms and conditions of coverage. So you don't have much control over a group health insurance policy as to how long it will continue. And if you are changing your job or if you are retiring or resigning from the job, then the group insurance protection will not be valid. It will go off. So it's always better to have these two not linked to each other, and have them separately taken as per your requirements.
That will be all as far as family floater insurance policies are concerned. Thank you so much, Hari, for being on the show and helping our viewers with that.